Chapter 32. Description of Nava Nadhas. The story of Nava Nadhas. After touching the divine Shri lotus feet of Sripada Srivallabha, I asked, Mahaprabhu, I have heard that there are siddha yogis who have become famous as Nava Nadhas, and all of them are partial manifestations of Shri Datta Prabhu. Shri Guru Charana, please let me know about them. Hearing about Nava Nadhas, I felt that the nectarine looks of Sripada Srivallabha started flowing like a stream from Srivallabha's eyes onto the external creation. He was pleased and said, My dear Matsyendra, Gorakshaka, Jalandhara, Gahani, Adbhanga, Chauranga, Bhartrhari, Charpata, Naganadha or Navanadhas. Merely remembering them will give auspicious results. Datta Prabhu's grace will be there on those who remember Navanadhas. Few years before the start of Kali Yugam, Shri Krishna, surrounded by Uddhava and other devotees, and all Yadavas remembered Navanarayanas, now being called as Navanadhas. Rishabha Chakravarti had 100 sons. Among them, 9 were born with Amsha of Narayana. They are Kavi, Hari, Antarikshudu, Prabuddhudu, Pippalayanudu, Avirhotrudu, Drumiludu, Chamasudu and Karabhanjanudu. All of them are Siddha Purushas who stay in the state of Avadhuta. On my order and in accordance with the promise made during the avatar of Krishna, they were born on this earth again as Navanadhas to establish Dharma. Kavi was born as Matsyendra. As his disciple, Hari was born with the name Gorakshak. Antariksha was born as Jalandhara. Prabhuddha was born as his disciple with the name Kanipa. Pippalayana was born with the name Charpatanadha. Avirhotra was born with the name Nageshanadha. Drumiludu was born as Bhartarinadha and Chamasa with name Revananda. Karbhajana was born with the name Gahaninadha. In the beginning of creation, for some reason, Brahmadeva Viryam fell. Vyasa Maharshi had said in Bhavishya Puranam that many rishis would be born from that sperm in many places. There is one Vasuvu called Uparichara. He fell in love with Urvashi. His sperm got liquefied and fell in Yamuna river. A fish drank it. From the fish, Matsyendranadha was born. When Shiva burnt Manmadha with fire from his third eye, Manmadha's Atma remained in subtle form in the bhasma or ashes. When Bruhadrada was doing yagna, Jalandhara emerged from that yagna kundam. From that Brahmaviryam, which fell in Reva river, Narmada, Revana Siddha was born. A part of Brahmaviryam fell on the head of a snake. Thinking it to be uneatable, it ate it and became pregnant. Janamejaya was doing Sarpayagam. Ashtika Maharshi protected that snake. She was Padmini, the daughter of Takshaka. She was hidden in a niche in a banyan tree. From her, Avirhotra was to be born. Takshaka's daughter left that egg in the banyan tree only and went to her place. From it, Avirhotra was born with the name Vatasiddha Naganadha. Matsyendra, while travelling in the country, gave some bhasmam to a woman having no children. Not having confidence, she threw that bhasmam on a heap of cow dung. As the bhasmam was having great shakti, Gorakshakanadha was born from it. At the time of marriage of Parvati, Brahmadeva was the Purohit and his Viryam fell seeing Parvati's beauty. He felt shy and rubbed it with his foot without anyone noticing it. It became 60,000 parts and from them 60,000 Maharshis named Valakhilyas were born. A part of it was remaining and was made into dung and it fell in Bhagirathi river. Gradually, it got stuck in the grass on the banks of the river. Pippalayana's Atma entered it and Charpatanadha was born. Kaulika Maharshi, while going out from his Parnashala for Bhiksha, left the Bhiksha vessel outside the Parnashala. At that time, sun's sperm fell into it. Maharshi noticed it and kept it there safely. Bhartari means bhiksha vessel. So Bhartarinatha was born from that Bhartari. In a dense forest in Himalayas, one elephant was sleeping. Brahmadeva's sperm got liquefied seeing Saraswati, and it fell in the ear of that sleeping elephant by the will of God. From there, Prabuddha took life and got the name Karnakanifa because he was born from the ear of elephant. He became famous as one of the Nava Nadhas. Gorakshaka made a doll with mud while chanting Sanjeevani mantra. Karbhajana got Jivadasha in it by the power of that mantra and manifested as Gahaninatha. On the orders of Sri Krishna, these Navakrishnas or Navanarayanas got their gross bodies safely protected in Samadhi in Mandara hill and through their amshas took avatars as Navanadhas on earth and took part in the program of establishing dharma. I asked Victory to Guru Sarvabhauma. You have said that Navanadhas are amshavataras of Navakrishnas. Is there any difference between Navakrishnas and Navanadhas? Sripada, smiling, passed his looks filled with divine love on both of us and said, My dear, the Mahasankalpa of all this creation is myself. The Sankalpas of all gods and goddesses are small parts of my Mahasankalpam. They will have some independence. One farmer ties a cow to a tree with a long rope. The cow will be able to eat grass as far as the rope allows. That means the cow has an area of land earmarked for it to eat the grass. It eats grass in that limited area only. That means it is given limited independence. It can eat grass as it likes within the area of land given to it. To go beyond that area, the farmer's permission is necessary. When the grass is exhausted, the farmer may tie it in another place or he may increase the length of the rope. Similarly, the Amshavataras will be given limited independence within the principles of dharma. If some problems arise, the Amshavataras bring those problems to the Mula Tattvam. They get permission from the Mula Tattvam and cause welfare to the Jivas. The Amshavatar will not have any passions, hatred, ego and such bad qualities. So, whatever things the Mula Tattvam is capable of doing can also be done by them. As far as Jivas are concerned, there is no difference whether Amshavataras come or Purna, full avatars. Explanation about Sai Baba. I told you before that in future my Samardha Sadguru form by name Sai Baba would be coming. That avatar will make Devianagha as his place of work and protects his devotees. That avatar will not be different from my Tattvam. I will decide how much grace has to be given and how much should not be given. Sai Baba, if disturbed by his devotees' prayers, asks for more grace from me, I will certainly give. The Prabhu Tattvam shows his grace listening to common man's prayers and anguish. Why will it not give when Sai Baba asks? So all people who follow Sai Baba will be certainly benefited. Site Vishramyati iti Sai. Sai Tattvam is the one which appeases the functions of organs. The Tattvam of Sai Baba will be in a state of merger in me, Sayujya Sthiti. I ask salutations to Shri Mahaguru. Is Shri Vasavi Kanyaka a complete manifestation or a partial manifestation? Sripada said, Arya Mahadevi was born as the daughter of Kusuma Shrishti in accordance with her promise. If Kanyaka had not come, Vaishyakulam would have had many mishaps. A Vaishya by name Samadhi noticed this danger remaining in the seed form. He noticed that it was going to come from unexpressed state to the expressed state, sprout and become a big tree, and Vaishyakulam was going to be caught in danger. If Ambika was not born cruel, kings like Vishnuvardhana would marry beautiful girls of small kings like Kusuma Shrishti or his relatives and treat them as their mistresses and will make everybody fallen from dharma. to avoid such things happening to any girl of the small kings and to protect their chastity, self-pride and dignity of their caste, Vasavi entered Agni along with others in different gotras. Either the dignity and self-pride should be burnt in Agni, or the Vaishyas having dignity and pride should be burnt. In this Agni Pariksha, the test of fire, the Vaishyas became victorious by the grace of Shri Vasavi. In return to that sacrifice, people born in their gotras, that is, their descendants, are being granted wealth and health, having no dearth of food and clothing. Shri Vasavi Kanyaka is only one ray of Arya Mahadevi. This earth cannot withstand all rays of that endless power. Shri Vasavi came as Amshavatar for a specific purpose. During her 18 years of lifespan, she burnt the ill fate of their caste people in Yogagni. The most intolerable ill fate is loss of chastity. Know that a woman has no ill fate bigger than loss of chastity. When there was a danger to such chastity, she attracted all their ill fate on her. She burnt herself along with a couple of 102 gotras and established a divine truth in the Prakriti. When she showed her real form of Arya Mahadevi, everybody was frightened, including Kusuma Shreshti. My dear, the real form of chaste women can be seen only on 3 occasions. While giving darshan to them, they will wear all ornaments and mangala sutram. While giving darshan to Mahatmas in a higher state than them, while giving darshan to their husbands married with Agni as witness, while gracing their devotees present in a lower state than them. Vishnuvardhan fell in love with goddess of death, but not Vasavi. The goddess of death prayed Vasavi, Amma, please permit me to take your form. Ambika agreed. From Vasavi, another form came out exactly resembling her. That form merged in goddess of death. That goddess of death merged in Vishnuvardhan and broke his head into 1,000 pieces and came out. This was the real thing that had happened on that day. Victory to Sripada Srivallabha, Sripadarajam saranam prapadhye.